Welcome back to Ms. Emma English, the podcast that makes English feel easy, real, and enjoyable. I'm Emma.
And I'm Mike. Really happy to be here today. Although I have to be honest, I came in feeling a little strange this morning.
Strange? What do you mean? Did something happen?
Well, not exactly. I was scrolling through my phone before the show and, I don't know, something felt off.
Social media scrolling first thing in the morning. I know that feeling.
Everyone just looks so put together, so happy, so perfect. And I'm sitting there in my old t-shirt eating cereal.
Mike, this is actually perfect timing because that is exactly what we're talking about today.
Wait, really?
Today's topic is social media versus real life, the gap between what we post and what's actually happening.
Oh, that is such an important topic. I feel like everyone needs to hear this.
It really is. And I have a little secret to share at the end of the episode. A small tip that genuinely changed how I use social media.
A secret tip? Now I have to stay until the end.
Good, that's the plan. But first, let me tell you about something that happened to a friend of mine.
Ooh, a story. Go ahead.
So I have this friend. Let's call him James. He posted a photo of his breakfast the other day. It was stunning. Eggs, fresh fruit, a green smoothie, a beautiful latte with a little leaf pattern on top.
That sounds like something from a fancy brunch cafe.
Right? And everyone was commenting, goals. So healthy. You're living your best life. But then I ran into James later that morning at work.
And
He looked exhausted. So I asked him about the breakfast. And he told me he spent nearly 20 minutes getting the right angle, the right light, the right shot.
20 minutes just for a photo?
By the time he was done, the eggs were cold, the coffee was lukewarm, and he didn't even have time to eat properly before leaving.
So the breakfast that looked perfect online was actually a terrible breakfast in real life.
Exactly. The photo got dozens of likes. The actual morning, not so great.
That's kind of funny, but also kind of sad at the same time.
That's social media in a nutshell, isn't it? Okay, Mike, be honest. Do you post a lot?
Not really. I'm more of a lurker. I scroll, I look, but I don't post much. I feel a bit self-conscious about it.
I post sometimes, mostly my garden and my cat. But even I'll admit, before I take a photo of my garden, I move things around. Tidy up the frame a little.
What do you mean?
Like, there's usually a big plastic bin near the flower beds. Very ugly. So I push it out of the shot before I take the photo.
So even your real photos are a little bit staged.
A little bit, yes. I think most of us do that without even realizing it. We naturally want to show the best version of things.
I saw something similar the other day. I was looking at this photo of a woman on a beach. She looked completely alone, totally peaceful, like she was on a private island.
That sounds dreamy.
But then I saw a video someone else posted from the same beach, same day. It was absolutely packed. People everywhere, umbrellas touching umbrellas.
So she just found the one quiet corner and framed the shot perfectly.
Exactly. It was like a magic trick. You only see what the person wants you to see.
There's actually a phrase for this. Do you know highlight reel?
I think I've heard it. Something about highlights in sports?
Yes. In sports, a highlight reel is a collection of the best moments. The incredible goals, the amazing plays. Social media is basically our personal highlight reel. We only post the wins.
Nobody posts a photo of their messy desk at midnight or their boring Tuesday afternoon meeting.
Imagine that. Here's a photo of my spreadsheet. Hashtag Monday. Hashtag send help.
Ha! I'd actually respect that person a lot.
Me too. But we don't do it. And because everyone is only posting highlights, it can start to feel like everyone else's life is better than yours.
That's exactly how I felt this morning. I saw my friend Anna. She's traveling in Portugal right now, and her photos are just stunning. Colorful tiles, amazing food, golden sunsets.
Portugal is gorgeous.
It looks incredible, but I actually spoke to her yesterday on the phone. She said her feet are absolutely destroyed from walking. She got sunburned and she left her charger at the hotel 2 cities ago.
So on Instagram, she's a glamorous world traveler. On the phone, she's a tired, sunburned tourist with a dead phone.
Exactly. And I felt jealous looking at those photos. But talking to her, I felt completely normal.
That's the thing. A photo never shows the blisters or the stress or the delayed trains. It's always just the pretty pasta on a rooftop somewhere.
Speaking of which, do you ever fall into the scrolling trap? Like you pick up your phone for 2 minutes and suddenly it's been an hour?
Oh, absolutely. Especially at night. I tell myself, just a quick check, and then suddenly it's way past midnight and I've seen 47 videos of cats and 3 wedding proposals.
Why do we do that? Why can't we stop?
I think our brains are looking for something exciting, something new. But usually it's just more of the same, and we've lost an hour of sleep.
An hour we could have spent reading, or actually talking to someone, or just resting.
Exactly. There's also something I want to talk about, FOMO. Have you heard that one?
Fear of missing out. Yes, that horrible feeling when you see everyone having fun and you're not there.
Describe it for anyone who hasn't felt it.
Okay, so last weekend I had a really nice quiet Saturday. Sofa, good food, a movie I'd been wanting to watch. I was genuinely content.
That sounds lovely.
It was. Until I opened Instagram and saw a group of friends at this new restaurant that just opened. They looked like they were having the time of their lives.
And suddenly your cozy Saturday didn't feel so cozy.
All of a sudden, I felt like I was doing something wrong by staying home, even though 5 minutes earlier I was completely happy.
That's the strange power of social media. It can take a genuinely good moment and make it feel like a mistake.
Before smartphones, I wouldn't have even known about that dinner. I would have just enjoyed my evening.
Ignorance was bliss sometimes. Okay, I want to share something I tried recently. I went for a long walk in the park and I deliberately left my phone at home.
No phone at all? That sounds terrifying.
It felt a bit uncomfortable at first, honestly. My hand kept reaching for my pocket. But then something shifted.
What happened?
I saw this bird, this beautiful, bright bird sitting on a branch near the water, completely still. And because I didn't have my phone, I just watched it, really watched it.
Instead of immediately trying to photograph it?
Right, I noticed the colors, the way it moved, the sounds around it. I stood there for maybe 5 minutes just looking. It was wonderful.
If you'd had your phone, what would have happened?
Honestly, 4 minutes of trying to get a clear shot, then 1 minute thinking of a caption. Morning magic, #nature, #grateful. And I wouldn't have actually experienced it at all.
You would have captured the moment but missed it completely.
That's the paradox. We try to save every moment, but we stop living inside them.
I need a digital detox. That's the phrase, right?
Exactly. A digital detox, like giving your brain a holiday from all the noise.
Speaking of noise, can I ask you something a bit personal?
Go ahead.
Do you feel good when people like your photos? Like, does it actually affect your mood?
Honestly, yes. It gives me a little boost, like a tiny high five from a stranger.
Same. But here's what's weird. If I get only a few likes, I feel flat. Even if those are 10 real people who took a moment to respond to something I shared.
We've completely lost perspective on numbers. 10 people liking something means 10 actual human beings saw your post and responded positively. That's meaningful.
But it doesn't feel that way, does it? 10 people feels like nothing online, but if 10 people walked up to you on the street and said, "Nice one, Mike," you'd be overwhelmed.
Imagine 10 people in your living room all applauding you.
That would be a lot of people in my living room. And very strange?
Ha! But that's the reality of it. We've been trained to think small numbers mean failure, which is completely backwards.
I saw a video that nailed this perfectly. It showed someone's apartment, absolute chaos. Clothes everywhere, dishes piled up, general disaster.
Relatable content.
But then the person cleared off just one tiny corner of a table, put a candle on it, a plant, an open book, took a photo.
And I'm guessing the photo looked incredible.
Like something from an interior design magazine. The caption was Sunday reset vibes. Meanwhile, the pizza box from 3 days ago is just off camera.
That's such a perfect example. We crop our lives. We literally cut out the mess and only show the candle.
I want to be more honest about that. Not necessarily posting photos of my disasters, but just being real with the people around me.
I think that actually connects people more deeply. My friend Rachel posted last month that she was really struggling. Work stress, feeling overwhelmed, not sleeping well.
That takes courage to post.
It does. And the response was incredible. Dozens of people saying me too and you're not alone and sharing their own struggles. It became this real conversation.
So being vulnerable actually created more genuine connection than any perfect photo could.
Way more. Social media isn't the problem. It's just a tool. Like any tool, it depends how you use it.
A hammer can build a house or smash your thumb.
Exactly. We want to build the house, not smash the thumb.
Okay, you promised a secret tip at the beginning. I've been patient, I want the tip.
All right, here it is. It sounds small, but it genuinely changed everything for me.
I'm ready.
Turn off your notifications. All of them, especially social media.
All of them? No pings, no little red bubbles?
Nothing. Silence.
But how will I know when something happens?
That's the whole point. You check when you decide to check, not when your phone summons you. You're in charge, not the app.
Because right now, every ping makes me drop everything and look.
We're basically trained like that. Yes, the sound goes off and we reach for the phone automatically. Mid-conversation, mid-meal, mid-anything.
And without the sound, I stay in whatever I'm actually doing.
I made this change a while back. Now I look at social media maybe twice a day. Once in the morning, once in the evening. That's it.
Only twice? How was that at first?
The first couple of days felt weird. I kept thinking I was missing something. But within a week, I felt so much calmer, more present, more focused.
And were you actually missing anything important?
Not once. Everything that mattered was still there when I checked. And everything that didn't matter, I just never saw it. Which was fine.
I'm doing it right now. Notifications off. Done.
Good. Your brain will genuinely thank you.
This has been such a great conversation, Emma. I feel like I've learned something real today.
Real. That's the key word. Real life is messy and imperfect, and sometimes the eggs go cold. But it's also the bird on the branch, and the conversation with a friend, and the quiet Saturday on the sofa.
Even the cold eggs have their charm.
Especially the cold eggs.
Before we go, we have a little task for you today, everyone.
Yes. In the comments below, write the words real life. That's it. Just real life. It tells us you listened, you're here, and you're choosing to be present.
And tell us, do you ever feel like social media affects your mood? We'd love to hear your experiences.
Also, if this episode helped you think differently, please share it with someone who spends a lot of time scrolling. They might need to hear this today.
Subscribe if you haven't yet and come back for our next episode. We've got more great conversations coming.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. Now, put the phone down, look out the window, and find your bird.
Find your bird, everyone. Bye for now.
See you in the next one.